Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to a weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 12th Commitments of Traders report of 2024, and as we always do, we shall start by looking at the largest changes in commercials net positions. But before we jump to the review, just a brief reminder for those who are just new to COT analysis here at COTBase.com, you'll find a lot of educational material. Not only do we have these in written format, but we have some very useful videos as well that can guide you through the analysis process. And of course, we're always there for you if you need any help. Just send us an email to info@cotbase.com or just comment underneath the video. Back to the review and starting off with our first market, which you can see is copper. So once again, we are analyzing classic COT report types. There's different COT report types. The futures and options combined data. And we ordered the market based on the largest changes in commercials net positions. So their net positions, of course, there's traders who are going to be short, there's going to be traders who are long, and we're looking at the net positions. We, of course, have three main trader categories: commercials, large speculators, and small speculators. Once again, for those who are new to COT analysis, go to our On COT page or our help page, and you will find a lot of helpful material over there. Let's get started with copper. 47% change. 47% change. That's huge. That's unquestionably the largest change in the past 1 year. Of course, 52-week corresponds to a year. Now, why do we call it a 52-week change? Obviously, there could be weeks when there's no COT reports. This is actually usually not the case, only on smaller markets. Oats, this can happen for a couple of weeks. There's no report, so that's why we're not saying report, but rather a 52-week look back period. So here we have this 47% change. So this is where they were at in the last report, and then this most recent report. Commercials have increased their net short positions from roughly 7,000 contracts net short up to 42,000 contracts net short. Now, you can see that there has been already a decline in the market, so the signal itself could be late. Now, that being said, these things can continue on, and we may see a pullback, a further pullback in copper. But nevertheless, it's good to know that in metals we have copper showing us signs of a pullback. Moving to a 5-year chart, you can see that with this larger than average change size, we have moved towards bearish extreme levels, putting commercials at 101 report extreme, meaning it took 101 report for the market to reach those extreme levels. You can see that it was actually a level from which the market gone south. So of course there's levels to reach greater than where we are right now, but it's just, I think, important noting. The next market is going to be the true US dollar index, and I'm going to skip the crude oil, the Brent crude, because we have the US dollar index following, and I think it's interesting. Here I can explain to you the difference. You can see that we have a minus 25% change in commercials net positions in the true US dollar index, and plus 23 in the normal. Now, it's important to note that there's no such thing as true US dollar index in the markets. We call it, so COTBase.com created the true US dollar index. I believe you know, but if you're pretty new to trading, what the dollar index is, it's a futures contract traded on the ICE exchange, and it basically represents a basket of currencies. It's an important market if you're analyzing currencies. Now, the only backdrop is that the COT report on the US dollar index is for the US index futures, and of course in this case we are combining options as well. The true US dollar index is something we created. We basically combine the individual currency future. So once again, the US dollar index is a basket of currencies. The euro is representing the largest portion of it. There's the British pound, Japanese yen, and so on. we take these individual currency futures to give, we combine these individual currency futures to give our users a better perspective. Obviously, these individual currency futures have a lot more open interest. So by that, obviously, more analysis value than simply the dollar index futures. So it's we basically calculate the exact dollar amount of how net long or short the given trader group is in case of each currency, and we weigh in the currencies according to their open interest dollar value. It sounds complicated, not that complicated, but nevertheless, it brings us to a combined COT report. So here's the true US dollar index. And there we go. So that's a 5 years chart, but of course on the 1 year we can see this 25% change. So it's a bearish COT change signal, greater than average. I don't think we have seen anything as great as this change right now. Again, so these commercials, large speculators and small speculators, net positions here are basically combined data, as in the case of our complex markets. And the 5 year chart, this is how it looks. Now, pay attention. This is, I think, a more precise way of analyzing the dollar index. And you'll see why. So you can see over here back in 2021, near the lows, we had a significant bullish COT extreme level in the dollar index, the true US dollar index. And as we gone up to the highs, you can see that we were close to bearish COT extreme levels. There we have an example from mid last year, very clearly identifying an extreme. It could have been a little higher, but turned out to be enough to push the market back up. Whereas if we jump over to the dollar index, nothing is that visible as much as it was in the true US dollar index. It's there. I mean, it's unquestionably a bullish extreme back over here in, late 2020, early 2021. But I wouldn't say it's that obvious as we just witnessed in the true US dollar index. So it's up to you which one you analyze. CFTC does not prepare a true US dollar index. Once again, it's something unique at cotbase.com. Moving on to large speculator COT extreme analysis, we have the Euro British Pound futures contract on top of a list with an all-time COT extreme. Mind you, we are talking about a market that has a limited history, so we go back until 2016. That's something I always like to point out, because if you are trading this currency pair or futures market, then you might as well analyze the euro and the British pound separately to come up with some sort of a conclusion, which is stronger, which one's weaker. Nevertheless, this is a market, and it is providing us with a bullish COT extreme signal, suggesting strengthening coming. So a lot of currencies in this review. The next market is going to be the Australian dollar. Once again, all-time COT extreme over here, not only in commercials, but also in large speculators net positions. So clearly a huge bullish signal from the market. That being said, it can increase to greater levels before we end with the decline. It's there. It's pushing the market higher. And by the way, I would like to show you our iCOT Intraday Indicator with AfterSignal, our special tool that we developed after many years of research. And we're very, very proud of it. Once again, I'm simply going to add everything to the chart so you see that it's a default setting. So first of all, I like to look at the scores. This is basically the essence of the indicator. We score different indicators, and we come up with this iCOT score charts. Red, of course, we can call them commercials. Green, large speculators if we want to. And then it's like a COT index for those who use that type of analysis. And then we add the AfterSignal, the iCOT Intraday Indicator with AfterSignal. And I advise in one of the how to use videos to add 2 on the chart, and 1 is going to be aiming at all. You don't have to. You can look at stripe signals only, but any long, meaning any signal. We want the after signal to show us when to enter the market, and then the other one we can switch to any short, and then we can catch all the signals basically. And again, it's, you know, I just added it to the market, the Australian dollar, and there you go. It's clearly a very, very useful tool to supplement classic COT analysis. And I not only like the buy sell signals and of course the signals themselves, but also I think the support from the stop line can be very, very beneficial. You can see how well, for instance, after the sell signal, it is the market is bouncing off of it. So actually these could be opportunities to scale into the market as it's coming down. So very useful tool. I hope you will give it a try someday. And then the last market for this review, the Swiss franc with a 223 report extreme in large speculators net positions. Once again, we're talking about a bullish COT extreme, suggesting Swiss franc gaining value against the US dollar. Now that, of course, it's important to note that these extremes can be widening and widening for quite some time before the market actually reacts. So caution is advised, but it is a useful tool to measure stresses in the market. Of course, there's so much to do here at COTBase.com with regard to the commitments of traders report. If you want to dig into your analysis, there's a lot of other tools that you can use. So I hope you will give it a try. If you have any questions, once again, just email me to info@cotbase.com or comment underneath the video. We are here to help you and assist you. So thank you once more for your attention. I hope you will have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you in my next COT review. Take care. Goodbye.